The front of Nolan's neck was missing along with his lungs?
It's been over a month since 18-year-old Nolan Wells died on Horn Island, Mississippi. There's still no official cause of death. No charges. No named suspects. But there's a growing amount of claims online. And today, we're separating what's actually confirmed from what's still just a claim. Here's what's actually been confirmed by investigators and reporters, not social media. Wells disappeared the afternoon of July 4th. His body was recovered near the island's shoreline 2 days later. Early on, the coroner said there were no obvious signs of trauma, but because of the uncertain circumstances, the case was sent for a full state autopsy. The family also arranged an independent second autopsy. As of this recording, no charges have been filed, and no official suspects have been named.
We just got the results of the independent autopsy done by Nolan Wells' family, and they are very concerning. One of the first things they said was that Nolan could have suffered an injury to the back of the head because they noticed red discoloration in the soft tissue on the lower part of his skull that was about 8 to 12 inches long. And the most surprising thing is that they said when they got Nolan's body, the front of his neck was missing, so they couldn't see if anybody had choked him. His lungs and airway were both missing, so they couldn't see if there was water in his lungs indicating drowning. His brain was missing, so they couldn't see if there was a brain bleed. And even his stomach contents were missing, so they couldn't see if he had drugs in his system. They said in the initial autopsy, the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office had removed all of those parts for further evaluation before the independent autopsy, so they didn't have a lot to work with. So they listed the cause and manner of death as undetermined pending investigation, as we're still waiting for the initial autopsy results and toxicology reports. They said after all this, we're still left with these key questions. Why did Wells enter the water? What was the body position when found? Was there water in the airway? Is there evidence of injuries to the front of Wells' neck? Is there any evidence of a brain bleed? What was in Wells' stomach contents? What are the toxicology report findings? Not sure what's taking the initial autopsy so long to release even their preliminary findings, but rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Let me know what you guys think about this, and as soon as we have any new details, I'll keep you guys updated.
The most substantive new information came from the family's independently arranged autopsy. Their pathologist's preliminary report didn't give a final cause of death, but it laid out a list of unanswered questions the first autopsy didn't resolve. How did Wells enter the water? What position was his body found in? Was there water in the airway? Was there evidence of injury to the front of his neck? Was there a brain bleed? What was in his stomach? What do the toxicology results show? This is CrimeWise. If you're here for the real updates, subscribe. Now, let's get back into it.
I'm here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update. This is something a little bit shocking. Somebody just reached out to me on Facebook. He's verified that he has been talking with the investigators, as you can see in this screenshot, and I'll just read you our conversation. I was on Horn Island on the 4th. I have information I will share with you, but for obvious reasons would like to keep certain parts a secret, as they would absolutely damage the investigation. Let me know if you want. I've had several conversations with investigators. I can be seen in the video in question regarding an altercation. I said, "Oh, sure. Were you really there?" "I was there during the video in question. I can be seen on the far right walking away." "Okay, great. What would you like to say? I will not use your name or anything." Then he sent me these screenshots of the phone calls. I said, "I believe you. What would you like to share with me? Thanks. I've been working with investigators. I walked through right after a real fight broke out. I didn't see Nolan or the friends he rode there with around, but I have reason to believe Nolan was part of that fight. What do you think happened to Nolan? Why do you..." Secret Service Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and something very interesting we have figured out. Nolan Wells' mother, Christine Wansley, said that when her family recovered his phone and checked it, some texts appeared to be missing, right? And his 2 Snapchat accounts had absolutely nothing in them. From the relevant period, 4th of July, the day after, whatnot. The 24 hours was missing. Now, she found that especially suspicious because they recovered the phone less than 24 hours later, when she expected recent Snapchat content to still be visible. As she stated, Nolan was constantly posting on Snapchat, so this is very odd that there is no video content, no pictures, no nothing. Now, further, Snapchat accounts had absolutely nothing, correct? This allegedly, on the ledge of allegedly looking down, would confirm that somebody tampered with his phone because Snapchat sends out holiday messages like Happy 4th of July, and that was not even there. Do you understand? So if his phone said Happy 4th of July and nothing else, then it would maybe be odd. Like, how did he not post all day? But it would maybe lead us to not be as suspicious as we are. But the fact that this Happy 4th of July message was erased, and Snapchat does this, they send you a message, leaves it in the incredibly sus category, and makes it even more valuable that the mother has subpoenaed Cito, all of these Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, everybody, WhatsApp, so we can get answers for what happened to Nolan Xavier Wells. No justice, no peace. Secret Service Sam Out Sampson for president of the world.
Since then, several TikTok accounts have claimed to have witness information. One reads what's presented as a text exchange with someone claiming they saw an altercation and can be seen walking away in video footage. Another claims Snapchat's parent company was subpoenaed over deleted messages. Neither of these claims has been confirmed by investigators, reporters, or any document shown on screen. They're presented as is, from anonymous or semi-anonymous accounts.
Update in the Nolan Xavier Wells case, and I'm sure TMZ is going to say that this is simply a posting mistake, but they recently posted this saying that the boys that were with Nolan Wells that day plan to sue Al Sharpton. However, when you click on the article in the link in their bio, you'll see that the article is actually about there being no reported drownings on Horn Island in the last 6 years. The last 6 years. And what's interesting about that is that in the interview that Nolan's so-called friend did with Officer Bad Built Bot, you know him, he said that he knows of people who have drowned on Horn Island. Well, who are they? And when was it? Because was it before your time? Did you know them or know of them? And what's even more interesting about them announcing that they sent some pre-suing letter to Al Sharpton is that it's coming directly after Nolan Wells' mom, Christine, has subpoenaed for all of the Cito calls, including the call that canceled the Cito call. But again, I'm sure TMZ is going to say that this is just a mistake.
It's worth noting, attorneys representing the three friends who were with Wells that day have publicly stated their clients had nothing to do with his death and are cooperating with the investigation. That statement carries the same weight as the claims above. It's an assertion, not a verdict. But leaving it out would be one-sided.
Y'all remember on July 27th when Brandon Tatum shared the breaking news, which was supposedly the evidence of the young adults on the boats being towed, right? If you don't remember, let me show you right quick. More importantly, let me make sure we all see the date.
July 27th.
How is it that at this latest interview, that same exact evidence is now evidence of them on the phone with Cito?
I just want to make this very clear and abundantly clear for the audience. Are you saying that the video that I posted, which is like a 3-second loop, now I have a lot more of the video, but to not expose people that have nothing to do with this, I only posted the smaller part, the 3-second part. Are you saying during that time, a portion of that, why it was on the phone with Cito, so a portion of that is the Cito call, and that Nolan is not on that boat?
Correct.
Which one is it? How can the same set of photos and videos be used as evidence or proof of two different things? How is it also evidence of them being on the phone with Cito, calling for a tow, needing a tow, while also being towed? Make it make sense. See, the difference between me and Tatum is I've been transparent and honest since day one.
You put out, Brandon, that a clip of the boat when Wyatt was on the phone with Cito.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
You can literally almost see down to the deck.
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
And as you can see in that picture, everybody is completely casual while Wyatt's on the phone with Cito. Yeah. It's boldly clear that Nolan was not on the boat with us.
If we were sinking, yes. No, we're not aground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
We're in 31 freaking feet of water, lady. Get out of here. Listen, bruh. They want this story to die down so much, but we got to refresh in their minds. Janetta Brantley has a TikTok, y'all, and it's underscore that girl Netta. Watch what she say for all the people that are saying she forged that audio from the Cito call. Check.
And it's not just outside observers raising doubts about the online sleuthing. Other creators covering this case have pushed back too, accusing some accounts of spreading unverified claims for views. So where does this actually stand? The state autopsy results haven't been made public. Once they are, they go to a grand jury. That's the next real milestone in this case, not another TikTok claim. Until then, the honest answer is, we don't know what happened to Nolan Wells. And a family deserves an actual answer more than the internet deserves a theory. If there's a real update, I'll bring it to you. Confirmed, not speculated.